that I was very sensitive to neurofeedback. And when we put an electrode over here, my thought became just a little bit sharper. When I put an electrode over here, my thoughts became a little calmer, and it felt qualitatively different, one brain area from the other. Not everybody has that sort of sensitivity, but it was really impressive to me how, when I put the electrodes in different parts of the brain, that I found minor shifts in my interior world. It was very convincing, actually. The other thing that really got me into it, very much Seaburn and Seaburn's charisma, were two things. One was that my friend Sandy McFarlane had done this study 5-10 years before, which we used to talk about also, where he looked at P300, the P300 and 200, two brainwaves that have to do with filtering in or filtering out relevant information, and brainwaves that have to do with learning. And what Sandy showed, and his colleagues, is that these brainwaves that allow people to really capture information and to grab what's important were very disturbed in trauma. And for me, that was a very important study because it showed that not only are traumatized people out of sync with the environment about themselves, but that their own brain functioning didn't allow them to use the full capacity of their brains to organize information. And there was an internal disturbance in terms of connectivity in the brain that made it hard for traumatized people to learn and to take in new information. And of course, clinically, what we see all the time with trauma is that, if you're not too messed up, if you marry an alcoholic person who ruins your life, you go, well, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to marry another alcoholic person. But you see over and over again that traumatized people don't seem to learn from experience. And they do the same damn thing over and over again. And it has to do with brain patterns that seem to have trouble taking in new information and learning. And so there is something fundamentally disturbed in the learning processes of traumatized individuals. And I think as clinicians, we tend to be very warm-hearted, relational people who like to make people feel better about themselves and to process things. But what we ignored and continue to ignore to a large degree is the degree in which the whole information processing process in traumatized people is really messed up.